The Nikki Glaser Podcast. The Nikki Glaser Podcast.
Here's Nikki.
Hello, here I am. It's the Nikki Glaser Podcast. Welcome to the show. I'm Nikki Glaser. I'm here in St. Louis, Missouri, in my studio with Taylor McGraw. She's here. What's up, Tay?
Hey, yo, what's up, Nikki?
Brian Frangie is here. He's in New York.
Hey, yo, what's up, Nick?
Hey, yo. And Noah is in Arizona. Hi, Noah.
Hello, Nikki.
Oh,
yeah, baby,
ASMR, baby. We like those. We like what's coming out of Noah's mic today. It was giving us ASMR before the show. You have such a soothing voice.
I never thought that about my voice. I always thought it was like gross.
Oh my
What?
God,
You should be
no.
like a crisis explainer. Or like when someone's family like blows up or something, you should be like, I'm sorry
Yeah,
to
let's
tell
get
you.
Noah on there.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Your family.
I thought you were told her
Exploded.
you should be like a Christ, like advocate or like spread the word of Christ.
Yeah, you should be like a
He has
evangelist.
risen.
I'm sorry to tell you, he has risen.
But where did he go? Just rose?
I wouldn't put it past an ASMR video to subtly insert messages from Christ in the video.
Oh, for sure. There's
Subconsciously
when you're
getting
asleep.
you.
you can
Like
get
they wait till you're asleep and then they start talking about it, so
Mhm.
it goes in there.
because Taylor, you listen to ASMR, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you listen to?
I listen to Maria Gentle Whispering, my idol. I like tapping.
You know,
on
I've met her,
wooden
right?
ball. Yes, and I can't
She
stop.
came to my
thinking about
shows
it.
in I think Sacramento.
Oh
I
my
think.
God, I
Oh.
love
Yeah.
her.
If
If you're listening, Maria, I
She's
love
the-
you.
is
My
she
name's
Russian?
Taylor. She's Russian.
Yeah.
I like tapping on
Mm.
wooden balls, especially wooden balls tapping each other, such as wooden grapes.
yeah.
What do you like?
I-
know what you like.
Well, I've been very vocal about what I like, but I don't like when they are intentional. I like unintentional.
Yes, yeah.
So I like it when it's like accidental. I don't like people trying too hard, and that's my only thing that I can't get into Maria Gentle Whispering, because most of her stuff is intentional ASMR, and it's like it's meant to be like this.
But
And
I feel like she's like Noah, and she kind of talks that way anyway.
she probably does. Yeah.
Because sometimes, a lot of times, she doesn't whisper. It's kind of just soft spoken,
Mm.
and she's explaining etiquette.
Right.
Stuff.
I've been
That is
listening to a book on tape to fall asleep recently, but I'm trying to hear the book and like learn from it. It's called Letting Go by Dr. Hawkins. And it's like-
Stephen Hawking.
No, it's Hawkins, I think. But it's so good. And it's all about, it's like manifest stuff. And it's also about letting go, which is like my biggest issue in all of my life,
Yeah.
is getting in my own way and not just relaxing and letting things happen the way they happen. But it's the book that I keep seeing everywhere. That's like, I saw it in the book subreddit of like books that changed your life, and then I think I downloaded a sample at that time when I saw it like a year ago, and then I saw it in the manifestation subreddit of like, this is the book to follow to learn how to do this.
subreddits you up in?
Like hundreds. Someone the other day asked me for a recommendation of subreddits, and I was like, I can't even know where to begin. I really don't know.
I try to narrow it down all the time.
With your favorites?
Yeah,
To, like, what-
if I haven't looked at it in a while, I try to delete.
Oh
so
yeah,
don't
I get rid of
overwhelmed.
ones a lot too, because I
that's-
just any pop culture one you follow, it's like shows you the worst of society ever. Everyone hates everyone, and no one's good enough, and everyone's judgmental of everyone. It's like people who like celebrities are kind of the scum of the earth. I think people who are obsessed,
Yeah.
they really are the worst. I'm like, I'm one of them. I love celebrity culture, but go to pop. It's like pop culture circle jerk. That one's like, that one's wild. There's a
I know that
They
just
want to like
band.
take out their own insecurities on other.
oh my god,
people.
you
So
would think that these people that are in movies are being upheld like they're, like they're the president or something. Like, this is just Sydney Sweeney. She's just wearing a bikini in a movie and
Sydney
barely
Sweeney wearing
acting.
bikini.
yeah, what do we expect of these people? But they're just, it's not fair. But these people are I just think they're the worst people in the world. Go look at any subreddit about celebrities and you'll see the worst people.
I did look at the Eddie Vedder subreddit.
That's
because
really good
I was
people.
Googling, is Eddie Vedder hot? Because I couldn't determine on my own from watching videos.
What did you deduce
year?
from
I thought
Googling
I
that?
liked his teeth, but like early.
Did he fix
young.
them?
He might have. I don't know because I didn't look. I was looking up young Eddie Vedder. You know how I'm doing it, and I was looking up Rob Thomas videos.
Rob Thomas.
I saw some, and I was like, his teeth are kind of hot, but his hair, I don't.
Eddie Vedder's hot, I think.
I couldn't decide.
Do you know Jeff Tweedy from Wilco? Is he hot?
I don't know what he looks like.
He's hot.
Then probably.
Yeah. Who's the hottest person that you can think of besides your boyfriend, obviously?
My favorite are I like Crispin Glover since grade 0.
Wait, Crispin Glover, doesn't he look like crispy? Like, doesn't he look
looks
like
very
angular?
crisp. Yes.
Okay.
He looks sharp.
And his
yeah, he is
eyelids,
sharp.
don't his eyelids look like burn victims' eyelids? Kind of?
I didn't
Wait, hold on. I
notice
gotta
that.
look up Crispin
Look
Glover.
up young Crispin Glover.
Young Crispin Glover.
Rob Thomas is a good one. Jeff Goldblum.
Okay.
I'm gonna forget someone
Young
really important and be
Crispin
really
Glover.
upset about it.
That is a sharp man.
Yeah,
Oh my
he's
God.
very sharp. No, what you like this? He looks elven. Not that there's anything wrong with it.
That's good.
He just was my first crush. Actually, Rick Moranis.
This
Vampiric.
guy, he doesn't look like he has any teeth.
Well, that's
Yeah.
old. Not now. He's had plastic surgery. Why do you do that?
Why did
Save
he
it
do
for Reddit, Nikki.
I liked
Yeah.
George McFly.
Oh yeah, that's really mean. I'm being mean. I'm being one of them.
See, you participate in it too.
It's fun. It's fun to
Commenting
make
on
fun of
their
these
looks
people.
is good, but not their moral character. Like, let them be bad people.
What?
We can.
What?
I think we should make fun of just how they look and nothing that they do or say.
Obviously,
Yeah.
I
shouldn't
said that
matter.
And just men
as a
right?
joke. But
I
no,
think we should make fun of men, not women.
If someone's fat or ugly, you should just be able to yell at them for it.
that's not what people are doing on there.
Throw stuff.
And I don't think you should be able to do that. That's not what I'm saying. But it's just like I wish I could find. People are just so hateful and so. I just
Yeah.
want to see people who write these things. I want to bully them. I want to do the same
Crispin
thing to
Glover,
them.
That's their
Crispin
problem.
So
Glover
badly.
deserves it. I mean,
Oh.
how dare he go outside that sharp and not expect to be
Cut
ridiculed?
someone.
No,
what if
I
he
just-
walks by
That
someone?
sharp-faced burn victim
No,
goes out in
he's-
public and
I'm so
he
mean.
dares be in movies?
No, I just. Well, I think Crisp. Maybe I was thinking
Yeah.
Burn because his eyes don't look like Burn. And
Yeah,
by
no.
Burn, I mean like they have no eyelashes. Like that's
Or
what
they're very
Burn means.
taut.
Yeah.
Opposite of mine. They're like
Okay.
so taut.
Here's the thing. I sound like such a bitch, but I was only commenting on the fact that he was the hottest guy she's ever seen. Like she said he was the
Right.
hottest, and so I'm just like I'm poking holes in that. And he seems
Right.
like a guy who's not listening to a podcast, and so I don't think it'll
No,
get to
I
him.
doubt it.
What if he's
I don't
a
think he's
huge
like-
bestie?
Oh my god, I would feel
God.
so bad.
If he comments, please.
No.
Please.
What's he doing
Too
right
late
now?
now.
Like what's he in? Do you know? You
No,
wouldn't even know
no.
if you knew.
No.
Wait, but that doesn't make sense. You wouldn't even know if there was if he was in the hottest movie right now or the hottest show, you wouldn't know about it.
Probably pretty
I don't
hot. It
think
burned his eyebrows off.
He don't. He was
Do you
just
guys know
looking at
about
the
Twin
script and it
Flames?
burned
Have you watched Escaping Twin Flames?
him. Mm-mm.
Oh my god, you would love it, Taylor. It's this documentary on Netflix about this fucking idiot who started. I hate him so much.
I love this
I've never
movie.
hated him I've never hated anyone more, I don't think, of any cult doc I've ever watched. I didn't even want to watch this one, but then
cult.
Chris and I were kind of like had nothing else to watch. And so it's about these two just morons who aren't even smart or charismatic who created this thing called Twin Flames University. And it's about people. It's to help people find their twin flame. And
At the
boy.
university.
Wait, yeah,
What
why
is
is it a
a twin
university?
flame?
well, sorry, Twin
Questions.
Flames universe. Twin flames
Oh,
are
universe.
two people that are soul. It's another way of saying soulmate,
Mm.
and it's helping
Yeah,
you
if
find
you're-
your soulmate. And this guy started a bunch
Bullshit.
of other cults beforehand that didn't really work, and so you saw like the framework for what he was trying to do with this. And then he met this woman, and she changed her name from Megan to Shillelagh or something. Shalane, it's Shillelagh or some
John
kind of
Mulaney.
She would.
yeah. And they started a cult that is questionably a cult but it probably is. But anyway, all these people join and they're all just like sad women who want to find love. And they join this thing and go to these seminars and go to these Zoom meetings. I mean, these people were Zooming long before the pandemic. They were on Zoom meetings with this idiot
Looking
named
for their
Jeff.
twin flame.
And I hate this guy so much. Chris and I were watching it. If you've watched Twin Flames, Escaping Twin Flames, you know how revolting he is. He has long hair. He thinks he's Jesus.
What's his name?
Jeff. Ayan, Ayan.
I want to see a
And
picture.
he thinks he
Let's
looks like
look
baby
up the
blue Starshine
picture.
Wonder. He has baby blue Starshine Wonder eyes.
Blue
Starshine Wonder. If you've seen him, you know what I'm talking about. He has beautiful baby blue eyes.
Oh yeah, guys with eyes like that are not to be trusted.
No, they always
Under
think
any
they're so
circumstance.
I swear to
hot.
God, he's not as charismatic as his face even looks. Like he's such a dude bro idiot. He doesn't even speak eloquently. He's infiltrated my head. I can't even speak eloquently about how much I hate him. He he yells at people. He brags constantly about like my wife when I met her, she was sleeping on a mattress in a trailer park, and now look at her. She's decked head to toe in Gucci. Like, and these people,
mattress,
and he's telling these followers these followers that are spending all their money on his programs, and then they start working for the company, and any money they make in the company, he takes 50%, and then they have to invest the rest of what they make into getting coaching sessions to learn how to be better coaches to help people find their twin flames.
Yeah.
At one point, everyone in the group is not finding a twin flame. Okay, so he decides they're all kind of like about ready to drop out because they're like all these sad women on Zoom, like, well, I'm not finding my twin flame, and really like only 2 other people found twin flames in the whole thing.
Are there men in the universe?
Barely any. So this is what they do. They then change the rules, which is, by the way, Chris pointed out that this is how every religion starts. It's just 2 people that decide they want to fucking have power, and they trick everyone into joining them and following them, and then they start modifying the rules to fit their agenda. And they start, this is what Joseph Smith did in Mormonism. He wanted to fuck younger girls, so he was like, I just got a message from God that 13 is the age that we should have wives. And I just got, oh my God, God just talked to me last night. We're supposed to have more than one wife. Like, he kept adding things, acting like he talked to
Slippery
God.
slope.
I got the golden plates. Your Book of Mormon.
No,
oh my God,
I
it's one of the
haven't
best.
seen it.
You didn't see Book of Mormon? Oh,
know.
well, I'm sorry I did that to you. I hate when people do that to me, but you should see Book of Mormon, or at least listen to the soundtrack.
I totally should. I know it's like life changing.
It's the funniest musical that's ever been written, and most musicals are not funny. So
I know. So that's why I'm not that impressed by that.
It's funny at all. Great. I'll watch it.
it's the funniest poem I've ever read.
And so he realizes that like these people are gonna leave, and so then he decides like, okay, actually the only way you can find your twin flame is if they're in the Twin Flames universe. They have to be in our Facebook
Of
group,
course.
like in our universe. They have to be a part of the program. And then he gets him and Shillelagh like do a meditation for like all night long, and they decide that they have been he's now a Christ kind of prophet at this point, and he's been given this message that he knows who everyone's twin flame is now. And so then he just puts out a
Hooks 'em
list,
up.
and it's all of them. But they only have too many women. So then they start making people, they go, you're now the man, and you're the masculine energy, and you need to transition. You don't need to, but you know what you need to do. Like, you need to. So 2 of them get top surgery.
yes.
They're not even,
No.
it like forces people to
Don't
become
do
trans.
too many spoilers.
Oh my
'cause I
God.
wanna see
I'm
it.
sorry.
Oh.
I should have spoiler alert. Hold
No,
on. We
it's
should put in
fine.
I'll put
then
in an
I don't
insert.
have to watch it.
You should have. I hate this guy so much. I've never hated anyone more in my life.
What about-
So I'm looking him up. Twin Flames universe is still active. Most of these people have only dropped out in 2021 that are like talking shit on the show, that are like coming out with it. This idiot gave all of the hard drive with all of their videos, every fucking Zoom meeting they ever did, every like personal seminar they ever did, any YouTube video they ever did. It's all in this hard drive. So the documentary has tons of footage, which normally documentaries don't have so much footage of all their meetings. And I look up, this guy is on Instagram. They have a kid now, which I think is just disgusting. They're just, they convince themselves that their child is the next, is almost like a prophet, like they are, and that their child will never have sex with anyone. This child will only have sex with God, and it's like, it's a self-contained
Baby.
celestial being, and that this daughter named Grace, luckily they lost that child, because that girl, I think she heard the plans going on and was like, I'm out of here. So that was an up
They
topic.
lost her. She ran away, or
Yeah, well,
she died?
they announced her pregnancy, and then they built a nursery and wrote "Amazing Grace" everywhere. And they kept talking about how our daughter's not going to have sex with anyone. She's going to be a self-contained celestial sex being that only has sex with God. I mean, they're talking about this
Yes.
like a girl in utero. And so I think that baby was like, I'm peacing out. And so that baby jumped to another womb, so that soul was gone. And when I
She
heard
went through
she
the eye
lost
of
that baby, I
Arcturus.
was like, that is the luckiest fucking baby to ever duck out of whatever it's going to be born into.
Bye.
But then
I'm
she's
a
pregnant.
dip.
Then I go to their fucking Instagram. She has a baby now. God help that child. these two are such fucking nuts. Then, okay, the funniest part, I'm so sorry for these spoilers, but wait a second. Okay, so then I'm on Twin Flames Universe, and I'm like, I find Jeff's, like, his account, and he only has like 3,000 to 7,000 followers. Not
Even
that many.
after the show?
Yeah.
He probably got half of them from the show.
I don't think anyone would follow him after the show. You're such a fucking moron
Just
to
to
ever
laugh at
fall
him.
for this, and then to fall for it after the show. You are one of the biggest morons on the planet. Like, I kind of hate you, and I think that you deserve everything you got if you fall
You
for
don't
this.
deserve any flame.
You're one of the dumbest people.
flame
If you
of hell.
fall for Twin Flames Universe, I'm so sorry for whatever happened to you to make you so fucking stupid.
So then
It
you
is
don't feel bad for the women who signed up for this because it's kind of
Not
like
really.
on them.
Well, at the beginning,
Well, I do
maybe,
because I
but-
don't believe in free will, and I believe they were born with dumb brains and bad parents and a bad situation that made them fall for this. So I kind of feel bad for their
brain.
situation that they were born into. But it is truly like you have to be the biggest idiot to fall for this. And and one of the girls is a like molecular scientist, so she's not an idiot, and she's even admitting like I don't know what happened to me. Just
lonely.
desperate for love.
Yeah.
But this guy there's no charisma coming off of this guy. This guy is such an idiot. And
At least fall for a charismatic cult leader.
I wrote a
Yeah.
message to him and I wrote, "You are evil" in all caps because I hate him
He is.
so much. He's the worst person ever. And Chris was like, "Do not send him that." And I was like, "I need him to know I hate him. I need him."
Did you
and,
do it,
And Chris
please?
was like, "Please don't do that. He is
No,
going to use
don't
it.
do it.
He is going to use it. He's going to use it to like strengthen his hold over these people. He's going to say now the celebrities have he's going to use it in some way. This guy
Or
only
he's
uses
gonna, like-
everything."
Won't.
If
Come
you
on,
believe
do
in
it.
manifesting,
Do
then
it.
he's going to take that and he's going to try to manifest stuff against you.
He's going to make sure you get a twin flame, but it's going to be from hell. and
I
a
didn't send
demon.
it, but let me just say I wanted
Good.
to. I hate this guy more than I've literally ever hated anyone. He's up there with I don't even want to
What
say who
about-
else, but he's
There's
up there.
there's
He's the
a book
worst
you should
person.
read called Letting Go.
I know. I'm trying to.
She just watched it. You
But
got
I
a
wonder
couple
if
days
anyone.
of hate.
I want to know if anyone else who watched this show hated him with his.
I just
Much
look at
higher.
him. He exudes evil.
I wanna
mean,
see
you
a
can just
picture.
tell.
He's
Yeah.
gross.
He's disgusting. He's a bad person. He is so materialistic. All he talks about is and then I'll finish this up. Spoiler alert. You see like the people in the group talking about their experience in it, and you see them like before they got in it and pictures of them like early on in the group. And then you look at them now doing the documentary and they're all at least 50 pounds heavier. Like it's like a huge, they've a lot, I would say almost all of them, all the women have gained a significant amount of weight since they entered. And Chris made a joke while we were watching it. He was like, did Twin Flames Universe are they like a hot dog company too? Okay, so he just said some joke like that because we started noticing like they all have gained a significant amount of weight in a short amount of time. Then cut to Twin Flames Universe did start.
Oh no.
He started another company called Divine Foods or some bullshit like that, where it's God what
cooked
God
it.
wants you to eat. And he gets the
Wow.
chef, Joey, to help him make all these foods. And it's all the most fattening. One of them is a hot dog and a wrap. And so we were laughing
Oh
so
my
hard because
God.
one of the Divine Foods was a hot dog. And,
God's own
and everyone,
penis.
this girl, and he makes you get the food plan and you have to make it yourself. And you are eating like a lumberjack every day. And so all these women gain a
This is
crazy
insane.
Why
amount
do
of
you
weight
think he wanted to do that?
because this is what men do in a lot of times in
Because he
relationships.
wants to make
They
them
want you to get
undesirable.
fat so they aren't desirable to anyone else and they're stuck with their twin flame.
But then if he doesn't get it, if they are undesirable and they don't get a twin flame, then they're likely to leave because they didn't get what they're going
Well,
for.
if you make someone vulnerable and feel unattractive and like make them gain a bunch of weight, they're gonna have less self-esteem and they're gonna stay.
Yeah, but
Is
that
how
guy
these
in-
people kind of think. And because I've had friends before whose boyfriends want to get them really fat, and I swear to God, it's because they make it like, oh, I'm attracted to women who are
Oh,
bigger,
yeah.
which is a thing. I'm not saying if you're bigger, no one's attracted to you. I'm just saying this is a thing that I've noticed from abusive boyfriends so that their partner will not leave them
Mhm.
and will not be attractive to anyone else. In their mind, that's what they think.
or the opposite,
So that's what this guy
or
did.
they like make you lose weight, or they're like don't wear makeup,
Mm-hmm.
or like you should wear baggy clothing
Right.
and like
Uh-huh.
shapeless.
You're just
shift
mine.
Dress.
Yeah.
Nikki on the spot. Who is hotter? Jeff from Twin Flames
Oh my
or
God.
Crispin Glover?
Don't you dare.
Crispin
even.
Glover is so much hotter, but Jeff is not a bad looking
Come on, let me
guy.
see
He
how-
looks like Frankie
Here.
Muniz. when he cuts his hair.
Okay.
He's not
a
baby blue.
good-looking guy.
Wait,
He
okay,
looks like Frankie.
Let me show
Muniz,
you a
is what
picture of
just
him,
said.
and you tell me if
Wait,
it's not
here.
baby blue. There was a guy in
Okay,
our
Noah's
high
doing
school who we called Baby Blue Starshine Wonder because his eyes. No, that's not a good picture of him. That's his wife
That's
though.
a
After,
current.
I hate
that's current. Oh God, I hate him so much.
He looks like
He is-
everyone in the world.
Frankie Muniz looks kind. He has kind eyes. Just because he has blue eyes, I feel like he
I don't
doesn't
even
really
see
look like
blue
Frankie
No,
eyes.
he
Muniz.
looks exactly like Frankie in one of the shots in the show. You'll see.
He
But
needs to put
this
some
doesn't look
chapstick
like
on.
Jeff to me. That picture.
Yeah,
that
that didn't look
showed,
like Jeff to me. That's not the
there's
Jeff I know.
evil Jesus vibes.
Yeah, Jeff is evil Jesus. And
Yeah.
he compares himself to Jesus. He shows a picture of Jesus. He's like on these Zooms with these poor people who are so bored out of their fucking mind on these Zooms. And he's like, look at this picture of Jesus. Tell me that's not me. Look at me and look. This is Baby Blue Starshine Wonder. He's the
Oh,
worst.
God.
And his hair is always either long
It's
or
so
kind of long. And
parted.
I hate him. If you're watching, Jeff, you're the worst person in the world. You're truly scum.
Suck
There's no
it.
redeeming for you. You're so far from Jesus. You're the worst person. Stay out of
Perhaps
my life.
he is the devil.
Stay off my TV. I don't want to see any more about you. That's the end. Okay, let's go to break and come back and be more positive. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let Jeff go. Shalele, get out of that. Shalele, you're also terrible too. But yeah, get out of there if you can. Save yourself. And Jeff, it's not your fault. You were born with some fucking narcissist, crazy parents. Your brain is fucked, man. Your brain is different than people's. You didn't choose it. If I were you, I'd be a cult leader too, but you're a sick bitch. And we'll be back after this. I have compassion for him. I'm sorry, Jeff.
Let it go.
Let it go. Okay, we're back. I've escaping twin flames. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. But Chris was
It's
really
out.
on me, like, do not write him.
I think you should have.
No,
Maybe
because
not you're evil, just like you're an.
he
what
said
you
I
need to
could
do
talk
is-
about it on the podcast.
He's
He let
probably
me
the
have
kind
that.
of guy who loves any kind of attention. So
That's
the fact
the
that he's
thing.
getting
He loves
your
this.
attention.
Saying negative stuff is not going to work.
I know.
If you say like I feel sorry for you, that would be a narcissistic injury to him, and
I
that
do
would
feel
make him-
sorry for him.
Then say that because that would
Jeff,
make him like
Man, I feel
actually
sorry for your fucking
maybe
head.
think.
I feel
but-
sorry for anyone who knows you. I feel sorry. Like, it's gonna end really badly for you. You're going to eventually push this until you do. You're gonna get caught. You're gonna end up in prison with Keith Raniere. You know how it's gonna go. How he gets busted and how he loses most of his spoiler alert. How people start dropping off is that he watches the Keith Raniere doc, the Nixium doc, and he makes everyone in the fucking Twin Flames universe watch it. And then he goes, write a book report on why I'm not a cult leader after you watch this and do all your research. And then they all do research and they're like, we think you are. And then he makes them go on a 24-hour Zoom with him before he breaks them down to make them think he's not. It's
wow,
really,
what
it's
an
really,
idiot! What an insecure
That
idiot!
was
Fucking
so
yes.
weird.
Just giving them the path to his own downfall.
And he wears the worst
God.
clothes too. Can you imagine following a cult leader who wears a shirt that has like a hairbrush with an X through it? Like, I don't brush my hair like
Long
a
hair,
cartoon of
don't
a hair.
care.
Yes.
Don't care.
All right. Taylor's going to the dentist soon and she's scared.
No.
Oh God, don't talk to me about that.
I know. Well,
You
she's
should
not
be.
having. No, Brian, don't do this to her. Taylor, if you don't know, is mostly scared of the sucky thing.
No,
that
well, the
sucks.
sucky
Sucker.
thing is nothing.
Wait,
All you have to do
I'm
is just
sorry
get
to-
sucked, and then it like your fears will be over. Just let it happen. Like
what's the fear of the sucky?
have you
thing?
ever had the sucky thing?
Disgusting. Of course.
You
I
recognize
always-
that as an irrational fear, right?
It's not a fear. If it was a fear, it'd be irrational. It's just disgusting. It make I
I
even hear it,
actually
I
have
gag and
I have a new thing that I'm disgusted by. That's really odd.
Ooh,
that I wanted to
please
share.
Yes.
To make Taylor feel better. So the other day, I was asking Avi why some bald guys have a shiny head and some of them it's like matte, right?
No, I don't like this already. This is going to be
I
a new one for
love
me.
it.
Wait, why?
I mean,
my
I was
dentist
just
is gonna have a matte head now. Or
curious,
shiny.
like why some tops of heads look like shiny bowling balls and other guys can't get it, even though it's like there's no hair. It's not like it's just trimmed like all the way down. It's not a
just
buzz
like
cut.
matte. Yeah.
Some of the
Dry
yeah,
head.
it's just like flat. And so we were talking about like different shaving techniques, and I realized that I can even like think about it right now to say it. I cannot think of someone taking like a big plastic razor and shaving their hair, like long hair. I can't even stand it. It grosses me out so
No.
much.
Well, you
That's-
don't
I
shave your
have
long
that
hair.
too.
You have to take a buzzer and buzz it. So you have a buzz cut, and then when it's very short, then you shave it like you're shaving your
But
face.
still, you could.
You
And
could.
also
I have with my.
thinking about even like taking a thing and shaving your eyebrow backwards.
Wait, why are we? What? Okay,
What-
why
yeah,
is
what
this
is
disgusting me as well? By
'Cause
the
it's
way,
just
sometimes when I'm in the
universally-
shower, I will be holding my razor
No.
and like done with my legs, and I'll just like like move my hair out of the way or something, and I'm like, oh, I got so close to just going like whoosh, like real quick.
I get so close to scraping my own eye out with
Oh
it. I
my
noticed, which is kind of
God.
weird.
God, why? I will not say what disgusts me, but I'm also having those thoughts about hair and like to the minute. I don't want to even go into
It's
it.
wetness plus hair is the
Oh,
thing.
wetness!
That I,
I
can't
like
take.
wetness.
Wetness and the hair combined, like
God.
shaving
And a
like,
razor.
It's
hair
like
and,
trichotillomania, not trichotillomania. It's that you know how you hate little holes. What are they all when
Mhm.
they're all together?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
called.
Connect 4.
I don't know what it's called.
No. Those are symmetrical holes. These are holes that are all different sizes, like little, like almost look like little eggs.
Oh,
I forget what it's called.
trypophobia.
Trypophobia. My mom has it. My sister has it. I have it. Most people have it.
Yeah, so it's not a phobia.
Well, it's not, but some people are totally
Slam.
phobed
Also, did
for
you
it.
know that it was invented in 2010? No one ever
Trypophobia?
spoke of it, and then it became viral on Facebook. So
Well, because it was used frequently for ads, for you to click on ads, like on
Yes, they
the
would
size
do
of
that all the
websites.
time.
It attracted people's attention because there was some kind of disgust for
Well, because
it.
it looks like rotting flesh, and so it should be disgusting to us. When you see a bunch of little holes, it looks like. That's why I like.
Yeah.
do you know what looks
planner
like rotting
words.
flesh? The stuff that is in whatever the sucker puts the stuff in. The sucker takes the stuff, and where does it go? In a rotting flesh pit somewhere.
Wait, what?
No, it's
so
just
are
a
you worried
sink.
about? Yeah, it just goes into the sink, Tay.
And then it goes
just
down
like-
and it's in the drain
Think
altogether
about
with the
poop.
other people.
Why do you care about poop
That's
going
what
down
every
the toilet?
drainage system is.
I don't like
It's
the
just it
drain
all
at
goes down. And guess what? Guess what? It all goes down to the sewer, and then it goes to a water treatment plant, gets filtered, and then you wind up
Use it again.
showering with that same water and brushing your
And
teeth with
shaving
that
your head.
same water.
Wait,
That water that you're spitting that got
Taylor's
sucked out of
literally
your
gagging.
mouth.
Oh, no.
This is the
But Taylor,
exposure
stop it.
therapy on this because
I
this is
now
just
know my
the
what
way
it feels
society
like for your stomach
works.
to turn. It just went like
Well, Taylor, what about when you Taylor like cleans my like straightens up for me and unpacks for me, and yesterday you like emptied my trash bins that have like tampons and like
I don't get it.
band-aids. Like, how do you handle
Oh,
that?
I didn't see a Band-Aid. If I would have, I would have been.
Oh, you
upset.
don't like
But I don't
Band-Aids?
touch the trash. I put it totally within the bag,
And then you
it upside
flip
down
it.
and shroom.
Got it. Okay.
Jeff from Twin Flames takes a dump in his toilet,
Ew, I
flushes
hate
it,
Jeff.
and that same water that he'd pooped in gets filtered through
God, well,
our sewage
Brian,
system.
this is not good.
and then you wind up putting it in your water glass next to your
Brian,
nightstand.
What do you just like everything or something? Come on.
no.
I
I'm gonna
just
find
love
out what you
dirty
don't like.
shit
Brian,
water.
Brian has phobias. What's
Yeah,
your
what's
phobe?
yours?
My phobe?
Yeah.
Give me a minute to think about it. Talk
You have
amongst
so
I can't
many phobes.
Yeah,
My
you've got
phobes
some
are air
phobes.
shows, planes flying too close to each other.
Okay.
People
you
not
don't
wearing
like when a,
seatbelts, buses,
and when a truck drives under one of them
Yeah,
bridges.
truck going
Yep,
under the bridge.
Yes.
Big,
And
big buses and people not wearing seatbelts in them because they bounce around and kill your
well,
body.
no. I don't mind that bus because I'm not going on a bus. But if I was on a bus, I would be
We've
worried
been on
about
a bus
when.
in Mexico, and you wanted
Oh,
everyone
I
else to wear.
hated that
Nikki wants
bus
everyone else to
ride.
wear the seatbelt.
Yeah, don't
because she doesn't want our bodies.
I almost started
to hurt
crying.
Her body.
Well, that's my new thing for it because Chris will go, I don't care about dying from flying out of my seat. And I'm like, well, okay, you don't care about yourself, then why? Then it will hurt me. So
Yeah.
now do it for me.
Or you're gonna have to be sad when he dies. What about that one?
He doesn't seem to think about that. I'm always like, if you die, everyone you love, who you are
You're
protecting
ruining
all
their
the time,
lives.
we're gonna be all so sad. And it's so embarrassing. I'm like, if you die from flying out of a car because you weren't wearing your seatbelt, no, like it's like almost like dying of lung cancer when you smoked your whole life. Like people are sad, but they're kind of like, Well, do we
I
not
told
see
him to
this
stop.
coming? Like, it's an embarrassing. Wear your fucking seatbelt. It's so crazy that people
Yeah.
don't do it. Like, to look cool. He just doesn't
Yeah,
think
what
to.
is it?
I don't
Lazy?
know. He just doesn't. He doesn't think to.
I
And
don't wear it if I'm
takes
going like 3
1
blocks
second.
because mine's hard to get to.
Well, that makes sense. 3 blocks. It makes
Because
sense.
you're not going to get in a high speed crash 3 blocks from
But
your house.
someone might be high speed crashing into you. You don't know if
Yeah,
there's a
you don't have.
dragster.
That's what they always say in
They wouldn't
class. They
dare.
say it doesn't matter if you're a good driver. It's you got to watch out for all the other drivers.
Yes. Okay. So, what's your phobe? Did you have time
Yeah.
to think of it?
Gigantic pine cones in Culver City that will fall on you.
Okay.
I've said this on the podcast before,
Yeah.
but Culver City has these monstrous grenade-like pine cones. I've seen them fall onto cars
Yeah.
and dent their hoods, and I just don't
Would it
understand
knock
why
you
any.
out?
It would kill you instantly.
Then
I
how
don't
come it
understand why
doesn't?
any. Because it's rare to get hit by a pine
Ooh,
cone. I
you
looked up
should
the
look it up.
statistics. It's
Okay,
very
good.
rare.
You Googled it like Crispin Glover.
I googled it like Crispin
Why
Glover.
is he hot?
There's a tree
I mean,
in
Eddie
Australia that has gigantic pine cones also, and that does kill like a few people every year if they sit
Oh my
under it.
God.
But also falling tree branches and stuff like that can kill you too. So it's not
Totally.
just the pine cones. If you're camping or
Jackfruits.
something, you always got to look up at the trees before you set your tent down, because if there's any sort of damage, that tree branch could fall on your tent overnight and kill you.
That's
And I
really
actually have
good.
a friend who died, not a friend, but a guy I knew
God.
who died because a tree fell on him and his
I don't
family.
I was looking
that.
up brain aneurysms the other night, or I guess I came across
Oh,
a thing about
God,
it.
Forget about that.
I don't care about it. I'm so lucky I'm not worried about it because
It's
Yes.
you
quick.
can't do fucking anything. I hope I go in. I don't want to die in that way, but I hope if I
When
do
you're
go in a way,
old.
it's a similar way of that where it's like, I know someone's going to write in and be like, I've had a brain aneurysm and they hurt a lot, but like, I feel like it's pretty quick. And I know
Well,
that we're all.
If you survive it, that's your worst nightmare, isn't it? Then
Then what?
you have you're mentally incapacitated in some way.
Oh God, no, me, no.
Yeah,
no,
I think that's what
well,
Luke Perry died from.
I wouldn't mind a break. Tell you that.
It's not a
rest.
break; it's just an insane amount of
Break
extra
in your
work.
sanity.
Yeah, no. It would be horrible, but
You could have an aneurysm; you won't be able to use your left arm forever.
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
No,
I
who
well
needs
the
that
other
one?
night, oh my God, I was on
Go
my
to the doctor.
balcony. And I live on a very high floor up. Like you would not, no one would survive a fall from the floor I'm on. It's like above. How many floors do you think is like death zone? Probably 6 and up.
3.
It could
Yeah.
be like 3,
3,
or
like
you
4 or
could be
5.
freak
Depends how you
surviving
land.
15 or
My dad
something.
fell off a roof, a 4-story roof, and survived.
Wow.
Onto concrete.
Did he break his back?
Yeah, I mean, but he survived. He was, I think, 16 or something. But I think it was 4 stories. I got to get that story straight before he dies because it'll be sad for me to not be able to retell it. But I think 3 stories. Let me say 3. So anyway, the other night I was out on my balcony taking in the scene, and I bent over to like pick
No.
up something, and I was holding a water bottle that didn't have a cap on it. And so the water came pouring out of the water bottle, but I couldn't see it. I just heard it, and it sounded like a rodent or something. Like the splash sounded
and
like
it
a
startled you?
and it startled me in a way that I like kind of stepped in a
Oh,
way,
no.
not even close to like falling off, but like more water, or if it would have been hot or something, like I would have reacted in a way that I would have like could have tumbled and like fallen over the like it was one of those moments where I was just like, I could have fucking died if just a freak accident. There's
Yeah.
I
freak things
hate
happening.
freak accident.
That would have been called a suicide too, because there's no one would have understood.
100%.
No one would be
Yeah.
able to suss that together.
I
Based
tell
on
you-
the water falling here, it
Dude,
must have been
I
startling
I know, it would
rat
have been,
noises.
up
it would have
in
been
here.
dry by then. Yeah,
Right.
if
Yeah.
I promise you, I will not kill myself without leaving a note.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Me
if I
too.
don't leave a
Me
note,
too,
I am
everybody.
definitely murdered or it was an accident. Okay, because that is just insane to not leave a note. You got to leave a
Yeah,
note.
Yeah,
it was
it's so
probably
weird.
Jeff.
Yeah, it was probably. Oh my God, Jeff! After what I've just said about him, he's coming after me. That guy's scary. He has guns. I know it. But yeah,
So can I say something about the sucky thing?
Please,
As
let's-
a potential solution.
yeah.
Yeah.
You might be able to get away with telling the dentist to just put cotton in your mouth, like swabs in your mouth to absorb the
She doesn't like
saliva. The whole point of the sucky thing is just to get rid of liquid when they're working on you. So they might be able to just absorb it
You
because they've
should-
done that to me before.
You should tell them the
Okay.
sucky thing. You have a phobia of
Gag
it.
reflex.
You guys-
Wait, isn't
Isn't
biting
biting-
every time? Yeah, I don't want to bite the cotton.
biting cotton is the thing you guys don't like either.
But it could go
Oh, boy.
in the side.
Tell me
That's
every
good.
time
Tongue,
you've gone
under your tongue.
Yeah, they
I
can put it on
go
the side. Where?
every time I go to the dentist or anywhere because I have OCD. It's really annoying. So I always have to have all these like, I'm so particular. Sorry, I couldn't do something at the chiropractor yesterday because
What?
everything has to be symmetrical. They put these things on, they kind of electrocute you to like relax your muscles, but your face has to be down. And then when they put them on, sometimes they're a little off. And then I just sit there tense as hell the whole time. So I'm not relaxing.
Because
if
they're
I-
not symmetrical.
Yeah. So, but when I tell people, like, can I just not do that? Then they just get so weird and they're like, why? And then I have to be like, because I'm mentally ill. And then they act like I'm care. They act like I'm so care.
Like
They're
they act like
"Come
you're trying
on."
to be like just I'm
Like, I'm
different,
Who are you, monk?
special.
Yeah, I'm special. Yeah.
what are you,
they,
monk? Yeah,
they act like I'm fresh.
I think just say I have OCD, and I think that medical professionals have to kind of honor that. And if they do think
They
you're
do
cool, isn't
not.
it better than them thinking?
Sometimes they
you're
do something
the other
like
thing?
they'll
I don't
go,
know.
oh, come on and do it more, like as a joke.
Oh God!
Like, or that happens or they'll just be like, nah, I'm a nice dentist or whatever. I'm
Well-
like, it's not about, it makes me, I'm going to be gagging.
Yeah, they don't understand. It's like, yeah, I bet people do that to you all the time because OCD generally seems like such small things to anyone else. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what am I going to, this light, if I do this a bunch, it's going to bother you. And people are like, no.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah.
It really is fascinating how there are certain afflictions that people take seriously and certain ones that don't. Like with the light flashing thing, if you had epilepsy and you said I have epilepsy,
Yeah.
then they'd be like, oh, I'll turn off all the lights. But if you say I have OCD and you do the same exact thing,
You're weird.
Yeah.
or if you have
people
electromagnetic
always-
hypersensitivities or something like that, basically if it's mental, if it's considered mental, it is not respected. And if it's considered
No,
physical,
totally.
biological, it's totally. All you have to do is vomit and seize, and then they'll respect
Oh, I'll
your
do that.
condition.
The other night, I was feeling like just my head felt like a balloon. Like it felt like attached to my head. And it was just like, I just couldn't think. And I was just like, I felt like, man, this should be physically showing up on me in some way. Like I wish I was like, Chris, will you feel my head and see if it's hot? And he was like, it's not. And I was like, God fucking damn it. Like, because
There's no
I wanted to
manifestation
get out of
symptoms.
something. And I just really wanted
Sorry, I have
some
balloon
kind of
head. I can't come.
yeah, I wanted some kind of symptom. I wanted I wanted to be hot. I wanted to have sniffles. I wanted some kind of cough so that someone will justify it, and so that it doesn't seem
That's
like
why
I'm
I
just
just lie.
crazy.
I just say I have cramps or I don't feel good when it's really like something is asymmetrical in my clothing.
Oh no! Wait, really? Like, what do you mean it's symmetrical in your clothing? Like you
It's
will, you
about-
can't go out because like your jeans
Yeah, I get
will be
very overwhelmed by something. Like I'll tell you an example. The
Yeah.
other day, I was making my bed and putting the duvet in the duvet cover, but the duvet cover is too big. Plus, it's linen, so it had like the hangy ball sack of skin hanging, and it wouldn't get symmetrical. And I just flipped out and was like crying and hyperventilating and going, the ball skin. And my boyfriend was like, "Oh my god!" And I had like a moment of clarity where I was like, seriously, this is absurd. And then like I touched something with one foot harder than the other, so I had to correct it. Then I just like I got in the shower, which I also hate, but everything like was better because I had the realization of how ridiculous the ball skin.
letting go.
But the shower
I
made
think
it
this
better.
letting go thing might help you.
Yeah, the shower made it better because I don't like showers, so it was kind of like an exposure. But also, I was going to wash off the ball sack.
Yes.
Oh my god, Taylor!
That's Larry David's solution. He said that in a New York Times article. Just
Really?
if you're having a problem, try taking a shower. Have you taken a shower? And then usually your problem goes away, or if it seems less bad.
My showers are only like 90 seconds long.
too.
And so it's
You got to
not-
take longer, luxurious showers that would make a third world country weep.
That's why I always feel bad in them because I always end up
Yeah.
thinking about those third world countries and how lucky I am and how privileged I am. And I can't relax.
But you have to think about it in terms of, well, okay, so here's something to make you feel better about the water.
Mhm.
And so, like, for example, this year in California, we had too much water because of all the rain. Too
Okay.
much water. So much water that we couldn't, it was coming down so fast that we couldn't fill up our reservoirs with it because it would just go drain into the ocean. And it would be nice if we had better mechanisms for collecting the water, blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
But during that time, it was basically like if you didn't use the water, it would just drain into the ocean. So it wasn't like you're wasting water. It was just like use it or lose it. And that can sometimes happen. In America, when it's not a drought, when we're not in a mega drought, frequently we have excess water. And if it's a rainy season, and you just got to use it or else it goes into the ocean. Our real problem is that we don't have enough methods for collecting the rainwater that's falling.
The sucker could help.
We got too much water.
If you get a huge
Tarps.
sucker.
Buckets.
You need a sucker.
Huge sucker.
When are we gonna start feeling? When is it all gonna end? Where we're like, we have no water, and like,
it's cyclic. It was basically we were in a mega drought and we didn't have any water. And if you did take luxurious long showers, then you were an asshole because Lake Mead was quickly depleting, and then people aren't going to have enough water to drink. And then we have to stop the water coming down, and then Mexico wouldn't get any water because Colorado River goes all the way down to the Rio Grande and down. That's where Mexico gets their water too. Did you know that?
I get stressed out watching football games when they're on TV because I just can't stand. I think a phobia of mine is huge groups of people, and I think about all the underwear they're wearing and all the like cups they're using and all like the dumb face paint that they have on, or like the dumb jersey they bought just for that day. And I just think of it in a landfill. And I think of that one stadium has just created a giant, no one's going to be wearing anything they're wearing that day within like 2 years. So within 2 years, everything that is being worn in that stadium will be in a pile. And it stresses me the fuck out. Same with malls,
or cruise ships.
Oh my God.
Cruise ships, they just create waste and then they literally just dump
People's
it into the ocean.
Thanksgiving
There's a documentary about
decorations,
that.
Christmas decorations, just I see it all just like in a landfill, and it just like even in this room I see a bunch of landfill shit. And
Even
I'm
like it's filled with like Forever 21 or whatever is the new thing now. Like so many clothes of
fast fashion.
bad,
The
ugly
human race
fashion.
is a disease upon this earth that only knows how to consume.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
And but what are we gonna do? What can you do
just have
about
a good
it?
time. You don't do anything
You can't
about
even
it.
find your reusable bags you like anymore.
No, you
that
can't.
would be great, but you have to buy
just
new
have a
ones
good-
of those.
this is
Or
why
wash
you
them and they
gotta
get shrinked and wrinkled.
Enjoy
Become
it.
a Republican.
I
Just
know they're
switch.
doing the right thing.
Do you want to have a good time or not? You're gonna die anyway.
It's
just
such a
fuck
good
all this
point.
shit. Who cares?
Well, you want to be compassionate while you're here a little bit. That's why
Who
you don't
gives
really
a
want
shit
to be.
about anybody?
I know they're kind of living the right way. Just greedy.
You know we're
me,
doing
me,
enough.
me.
We are doing enough, and it's like we're not going to go and club baby seals, and we do want to support the environment or whatever. But
we
this
are
whole-
clubbing baby seals. The way we eat, we're constantly clubbing poor animals that we would never in a million years do with our bare hands, but we let someone else do it for us and put it on a
Well,
plate,
I don't know
and then
exactly clubbing baby seals. I'm
Well, I mean, you club
participating in that.
animals. All the
Yes.
animals are being clubbed and mistreated.
So you're a vegan, so you deserve the right to not give a shit about climate change.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you do one thing, then you can.
Yeah.
Then you don't have
Relax.
to do another thing.
Really?
But it's
I don't
really
think that's
it's
the
not
way it
about
works.
what you
so.
do. I'm not talking about what you do. I'm saying donate to all the charities, become a vegan, support climate change research. It's your mentality. Change your mentality to just not care and have a good time. So
That
when you
is-
do things like take a shower, it's just like whatever.
I've changed my mentality to no news.
Oh yeah.
I'm not reading. My
That's
dad tried
good.
to tell me about some shit about people somewhere trying to survive and what they're doing to get water and food. And it was so fucking depressing the other night when my sister was tossing a salad. We were all in the kitchen. My dad's like telling us what he heard on the news. And we were like, EJ, why would you share that? We can't do anything about it right now. What are we supposed to do? And so we just told him to shut up. And I said, Dad, I can't handle bad news right now. And my dad was, then he sends me articles that we really can turn things around with climate change. There's still time, which there's fucking not. And I think we all know it.
Sorry, Age.
Well, we can't turn things around, but we're not going to necessarily end the planet if we do things now.
Yeah, that's true.
But why are you suffering? Like you're worrying about your showers, and there's all these boomers in Florida who they're not worried about their
because
showers. They're
everyone
taking
has to
these
do their part, and I can feel because I feel better caring about other people and being globally conscious.
Sure.
Sometimes
I'm just saying the onus
I
isn't
also
on you
use
to
single
care
use
for everybody.
plastic constantly, so I'm not.
Yeah, we all
Those
use single
Zevia
use.
cans there.
Yeah, Zevia cans. Actually, cans are
Cans
better.
are fine.
Cans are got to be better than plastic.
We're not gonna.
Oh, yeah.
Also, we're not gonna be able to do anything. Like, even if you recycle every can you've ever had, those are just going to get thrown into landfill anyway because China doesn't want our recyclables anymore. We're not going to be able to make any real change.
Forrest, for his birthday the other night, he's obsessed with construction and like his favorite book is about concrete mixers. Like he just loves any kind of construction thing. So he got a recycling truck the other night, and he came up to us. He was messing around with stuff, and he undid all this tape. It was double-sided tape, and he just like undid a bunch of it and swirled it in his hands, and then came up to his mom and was just like, look. And she was like, wow, look at what you did. He just wasted like a whole roll of tape, right? And so we were like, wow, look at that. And we go, put it in your recycling truck, go recycle it. And so then he goes and puts it in, and I go, and then it's gonna go to I go, does that recycling truck just goes to the landfill, right? Like they all do. And they're like, yes, of course it does. And so he couldn't get it off his hands. And he was freaking out because it was double-sided, and he was just like, I can't get it off. Babies are so stupid. He's gonna be in Twin Flames universe any day now.
Oh, he's so desirable
cute.
though. Everyone will love him. He'll get his
such
flame.
a little twin flame. I know. All right, we'll be back after this. All right, we're back. Noah, are you still watching Fboy Island?
I am. Okay, so I keep it one episode behind. So that way when one ends, I can start the other one and then just like hit pause.
Oh, that's so good. Yes.
'Cause
Okay.
It really helps.
Yeah.
So the last one that I watched was the one where they reveal if they're an F-boy or a nice guy.
Yeah. Which
No
everyone goes, why would you
spoilers.
do that? But when are you going to watch?
I don't have it. You gotta send it to me.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's right.
It's so easy. It's free on the CW app. It's so easy to
Wait,
use.
it's on now?
F-Boy
Regular
Island?
on?
Yeah.
The new one?
No, F-Girl is coming up.
Oh.
F-Boy is right now.
You're watching
Yes.
it again?
No.
So I'm-
F-Boy Island season 3
I get
is
it. The
new.
one- Okay.
Yes. It started
Okay.
airing
Taylor is
recently.
a microcosm of America.
Yeah.
Wait, what? It's a new one? No, I already saw it.
And where can you find
Of
it?
65-year-olds.
What's the
I don't have it.
CW?
Wherever
I don't
you
know
can
what
find
the
it,
CW
I don't
is.
have
Send
it.
it to me.
If you have Roku, like if you have like a smart
don't.
TV, do you have a smart TV?
Roku?
What? I have
Okay,
a
if you
dumb
can-
phone. You think it was smart TV? I don't even have a TV.
If you have a Roku and an account on Hotmail, you can
I do
subscribe
have
to the email
Hotmail.
list that gives you a link. It gives you a PDF with
There's a
instructions on how to
GeoCities
watch
website
F-Boy.
that you can log on to.
And it plays.
Check my MySpace.
When
It's
Check
so
the
easy.
third
And then
blog
if
from
you-
October.
If you happen to get the CW, you can watch the first 2 seasons too.
well,
it's
I'm
all
gonna
there.
put that app on.
Yeah.
What am I
Yeah,
gonna?
she doesn't know where to
the
put an app on.
Put it on
Okay,
Colin's
there's a
phone.
man behind the
On my com-
7-Eleven
on my
who
com-
has a bunch of DVDs.
Yeah,
That's pretty much the only way
That's the answer I'm looking
you
for.
can watch F, apparently.
Anyway, no. what are
Okay,
you
so
doing?
anyway, so it was so fun because so Avi doesn't watch it with me, but he came into the living room to eat his dinner, and it was the part where they were revealing if they're F-boy or a nice guy. So
Yeah.
every time they would come up, I would pause and I'd be like, okay, do you think he's an F-boy or a nice guy? And he's like, well, I have to hear him talk a little bit. So I only gave him a little because sometimes they say it right away. And it
Right.
was so fun, and he got them mostly right, but he didn't get Mercedes right, which I was like, are you serious?
Mercedes is the most deceptive of them all,
So
man.
deceptive.
Mercedes is a
Wait, there's another
mastermind.
Mercedes.
It's
No, Mercedes is
insane.
back.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
And everyone's like, you were an F-boy last time, but he did stay with
He's-
Louise.
for how long?
Yeah.
And he split the money.
Split the money.
He did.
I don't
know
that was
what app.
shocking.
They were broken up within
Yeah.
like a month, though, because we looked it up.
Yes, they were broken up pretty
Maybe
quickly.
not a month, but
Mhm.
it was very
pretty
fast.
quickly.
So he's still F-boy, I think.
Interesting.
Benedict also is
Yeah.
there. Twist.
Oh, he's
Benedict is
back,
there too. Yes,
Benedict, my
he's
boy,
back.
Benny. He's my favorite.
Wait, why is he your boy?
I just love boy Indiana, first of all.
that's right.
Colts fan, second of all. Hottest guy on the show, third of all.
Mhm.
I love Benny.
Benny did have a glow up this season for sure.
Yeah.
He came back 0% body fat.
Yeah.
And
he's a good guy.
he's a
I
good
don't know
guy.
if he's a nice guy or an
Very
F-boy,
nice.
but
I
he's-
think you
I don't know if
do.
he's
He's a
but he's a
nice
good
guy.
guy. You can
Mhm.
tell he's good.
Yeah, he is a good
You know, I
person.
saw Katie Thurston in the wild
What? Where?
this past week at a party. I saw her at a party.
What? Oh my God, what party were you at?
It was Tim's Thanksgiving party.
Oh my God, Katie Thurston was at Tim Dillon's Thanksgiving?
There was a bunch of people at this party, but Katie Thurston was there. I did say hello. She doesn't know who I am, but I did. But I went up. I was like, hello. I said, no, I went, Katie.
like that.
Well, she was outside at the time, so it wasn't weird that I was yelling.
You broed her.
And thankfully, I was with my wife, so I didn't come off as a creep. But I went,
Okay.
Katie,
Yeah.
Katie, and then she went, what? Ugh. And then I said, I'm Brian, and I worked on Fboy Island. And then she immediately changed
Lit
to
up.
very positive. Yeah.
Oh.
Ah. We talked for 3 seconds, but I did see her. It was
Was
interesting.
she there with anyone from the show?
No, she was not. She seemed to be hanging with some other comics.
Oh, okay. Was Marco there?
No, Marco was not there.
And Benedict was not there.
No, Mercedes was there though.
No,
and,
he wasn't. Wait, who else was at Tim's party? Tim invited me. I was so sad I couldn't go. Was it a who's who? Like, tell us any juicy celebs.
It was a who's who.
Whitney was Whitney there?
Whitney was there. Yeah, Oliver was there, and then there was Kylie Jenner was there. I wasn't there when she was there.
No way.
Yeah, or wait, I don't know which Jenner actually. The most famous Jenner,
Kylie.
Kylie Jenner.
Wait. Kris Jenner, the mother?
It might have been Kris Jenner. I don't know.
The
I wasn't
mother
there.
or the daughter?
I believe it was Kris Jenner.
How
Okay, that
old
makes
was
sense.
She? Was she?
I believe Kris
70
Jenner was
or
there.
Was she 25?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a great time. It was good, well catered, and just fun to talk to some people and walk around with my wife and be like, what the hell is going on here? Is this reality?
And
pretty
Kris
much-
Jenner was there? I can't
I
wait
wasn't
to
there
hear
when
Tim
they were
recap
there.
this on
Wait,
his
why
show.
was Kris
Yeah.
Jenner
Because
there?
Tim is connected. Tim's got friends all over.
But isn't she like at her family's Thanksgiving?
I think it was the Sunday before Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it was great. Really good apple cider. And I mean, I didn't really like engage in converse. Oh, Andrew was there also.
Oh, Andrew Collin.
Yes, Andrew was there. I
By
talked
the
to him
way,
for a while.
talking about engaging in things, Andrew
Oh,
Collin is
yeah.
engaged, everyone.
Really?
Yes, he got
He did
engaged.
not
I think
mention
on-
that.
Congratulations, Andrew.
I think he got because he got engaged on
after.
I think on Thanksgiving, morning. I think
Well,
is when I saw
congrats.
the news. Yeah, very exciting. Him and Brenna are engaged, and
Oh.
yeah, it's I was totally shocked, but not. Also,
Really?
it's like, oh, that seems like it's time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've been together. I think
how
it's
long
been
has it
3
been?
years now.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I
about
remember
time.
their first date when he was going to meet her for their first date, and he was nervous. And
Where was it?
here in St. Louis, they met.
Oh
in
yeah,
St.
because she
Louis.
went to school. That's why she was gone.
I don't know what they. No, she just worked here. I think she moved here after. I forget exactly what brought her here, but yeah, they met here, and now they're in LA together. So, congratulations to Andrew on getting engaged.
Yeah, congrats. Brenna wasn't at the party, but he was.
Okay.
Oh, suspicious.
It was prior to the engagement. So
Okay,
yeah.
it
Yes.
all worked out.
So it seems like everything's probably
was
pretty
with
good.
Kris
whatever was
Jenner.
going on that night worked
She
out.
was
in
with
the end.
Kylie. I did a charity event on Wednesday for this group called Backstoppers that helps like fallen policemen and firemen and their families after they have fallen, and fallen meaning, you know.
Fallen?
I think
just
that's what they
slip and
they say
fall?
fallen soldiers for like what it really is. Yes, I mean
That's
I
really
thought it was like
interesting.
they needed a lawsuit for a slip and
you
fall.
know they do say fallen, right?
They
I
say
think
fallen,
for
but they
the
don't
military.
for fallen soldiers. Yeah, I don't. Do they say it for firefighters? That fallen?
Yeah,
But
I
they
think-
fell in battle.
They get
Service
like
members.
shot or burned or like serious, not just
Or
fallen.
It
It does feel like
but
a
that's
little
the same
bit
as soldiers.
insulting
Yeah.
to the soldiers
I
who
know.
died.
Yeah,
he
Why?
fell.
They're just like, he
he just tripped.
he just slid really slowly past, like, hit his head on a countertop.
So before he fell, someone did shoot him in the face, but he did fall after
he died
that.
from a fall.
Yeah.
That
Really was the
sucks.
fall that
killed
got him.
by a gang of drug dealers, and that tortured him, but he fell.
But our stumbled soldiers. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, once you investigate. Anyway, it was for fallen. I can't say it. It's for people, policemen and firefighters who have died in the line of duty, and for their families, it like gives money to support their families.
They died standing up.
Yes, it maybe I don't know.
They
Like they
died
could have
with
been
pride.
crawling or something. But so it was this huge charity event where they all fight each other. They box, and it's a boxing event at the Enterprise Center, which is a huge.
Whoa.
It's like where the Blues play hockey. It's like a huge arena.
So they forced them to go through more trauma.
Well, it's
For
not
our
really. I couldn't tell if it was actually cops and firefighters or just like people representing their sides.
What? It better be.
It
the
was
real
confusing
cops
because
and
we don't really want to
firefighters.
see those people get beat up. I did see a knockout
Yeah,
happen
we do.
though, and
Oh God.
it was wild to see. I don't really like.
Does that mean they pass out? When you get a knockout, does that
They
mean you
get hit
actually
and then
lose
they hit
consciousness?
the
They get
ground,
stunned
yeah.
pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah, he got
Going.
a punch and then boom, down, lights out, birds flying around, Tweety bird,
That's
stars,
a door sound.
everyone like crowding around him. He didn't get up for like 3 minutes. That's
Yeah.
how long he was on the
Unconscious.
he got his a bell rung, and
some
Yeah.
brain damage right there.
I literally felt that way,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh my god, what did I just see? I really don't like what I just saw. Like this was this
I
like
hate that.
big man who is so strong and capable, and now he's on the ground like he just was in it was like watching. It's horrible to see it. I don't know why anyone likes this.
I would never.
But everyone, I mean, it was the highlight of the night for everyone who was there to watch it. People lost their fucking minds. They were so excited about it. It just made me kind of sick, like to see how excited people get to see something so horrible because it wasn't supposed to happen. Like this is a charity event. I talked to the announcer later on and he was like, that's not what this event is about. Like, yeah, normal boxing, we'd love to see a KO, but like this kind of event, we don't want to see people get like
somebody
that hurt.
is going to need like
It should have been
weeks
called
of
like 30
rehab.
seconds before he like got knocked out. Like it wasn't supposed to get like that. But I said to the announcer, I go, just on the sideline, I was like, that fucking knockout. And I go, Jesus Christ. And he was like, yeah. And I go, is that he gonna murder his family in 10 years?
Mhm.
Because of what I just saw right now? Like, is this guy gonna shoot up somewhere? Like, are we gonna? And he just looked at me like, he kind of like, it was like kind of a joke.
He's
but
like, no, he's a cop.
yeah, he doesn't have access
You
to.
would never do that.
Oh, Jesus.
They never kill a whole
It was horrible to see, but then took him through all the protocol and everything for concussion. So, but that doesn't mean he's not concussed still.
Oh,
like
he's cussing.
Everyone was like,
No,
"Don't
if you got
worry,
knocked unconscious, I think by definition
I think
you were
by
concussed.
definition, yeah.
right? It
Yeah.
was.
They just can't let him sleep tonight.
And then
right?
I watched this video, but anyway, the event was really actually so fun, and it was live on TV, and they just had me like, okay, you're just gonna go talk to this guy, and it's gonna be live, and I was like, what am I gonna say? And they're like, just wing it, and I was like, all right, and it was a lot of that, and Chris Pronger, who was but little bit of details beforehand would have been nice. But you know what? I was like, it's almost nice when you have an excuse to be bad because you're like, no one told me what to do. So if I suck at this, most people aren't going to know the explanation I have, but at least I have that explanation to myself for why I sucked. It was the worst thing is when I suck and I know I could have done better. But in this case, it was like, I didn't know what to do. And I wasn't really told what to do. So it was kind of like, all right. But it ended up actually being really good and really fun. And Chris Pronger, who plays for the Blues forever and is like a local celebrity, introduced me, and we hung out backstage, and it was cool to talk to him. And what was I gonna say?
You've been
Did you
to a
get
lot
his
of
water
blues
bottle?
games.
What?
now. You've been to a lot of blues games now.
No, I think I've been to one or two,
That's
which
it?
feels like a lot. Yeah.
You've been
a
to
lot of
2 this
Cardinals
season.
games.
No, I haven't. I have not
I thought
seen
you
it. I have not
you
seen a
told-
blue game this season.
really. I
Yeah.
thought there was a story
I've
where
had
you're
the
in a
Blues
box.
this season.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of.
I was in a box for Taylor
You were
Swift.
just sad in St. Louis.
I was I was in a box for Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock. I was in a box, and those were all
Oh.
at the Enterprise Center. But no, I went to a Blues game maybe last year. I think was
maybe
the last
I'm
time I went
thinking
to
of
it.
last.
Yeah,
I feel like the NHL season lasts 365,
so long, so long.
24/7.
But it was. Oh, but then I was watching the next day. I was watching this clip about kids, like teenagers who committed suicide from having CTE. And it was like all these families talking about their 20-something-year-olds who committed suicide from having, and then they find out later because you can't find if someone has CTE until an
What's
autopsy.
CTE?
That's the thing you get from having multiple concussions that
Oh.
football players get, and then they murder their family. Like they not murder,
Yeah.
they murder themselves. They just go fucking
Right.
insane.
Berserker.
Yeah, I forget.
But you have to weigh that against all the kids who killed themselves for not being allowed to box.
or play football. That's a good
Yeah.
point. Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't
All right.
always
Give and
result
take.
in murder, though. I just want to say that.
No, it doesn't. That was me being hyperbolic and me being comedic about something that is horrible. But no, it doesn't. It results in them, like I would say, losing their minds. Though
It says, it causes the death of nerves in the brain, known as
Erratic
degeneration.
behavior, anger, that type of thing happens too. And maybe not necessarily always murder, but it's definitely like changes your personality.
Yeah.
If you have
Yes.
bad CTE.
yes.
One of the best preventions for like conduct disorder and antisocial personality disorder and stuff like that
Just
is
wear
sports.
Wait.
If you have conduct disorder, antisocial personality disorder, that's when you're usually going out and hurting people. Those people are violent.
then-
but sports, there's not really much prevention for it.
So
But
if they
you
play sports, they can get it
then
out of
you
their
get
system?
out the aggression.
Mm.
But just don't get
Mm.
hit too hard.
Yeah, Chris even told me when he played football in high school, he got a concussion once and was kind of like, everyone's like, get back out there. Like it was just kind of like not taken care of at all. But all these
Yeah.
people in this, I guess it was like this New York Times like short documentary about these people and these football players in their 20s killed themselves and later were diagnosed with CTE upon autopsy. And I would say half of their parents were like, my son now is playing football. Like the question was like, would you let them play knowing what you know? And they're like, he loved it. And it's like, and then I was reading comments and people were like, yeah, kids love drugs too.
Yeah.
Kids like what?
Yeah, they love cigs, alcohol, drugs.
candy.
Yeah.
My kid loves Al Qaeda. I don't know. I just let him.
Yeah.
Alk.
So it was like it's tricky, but it's like watching football. It's so fucking gnarly, dude. These people
Thankfully,
get so
there are.
hit.
Thankfully, they are doing certain things to decrease concussions. But
Like what?
I don't think it's well. So there's this thing you can wear around your neck that kind of like pinches your neck a little bit, so that less blood flow is going to your brain, so that there's more room.
That's great.
And then, one actual proven thing. No, it really is.
Okay,
Watch an
believe you.
NFL game. Certain players will have like what looks like a
I've seen that.
a headphone thing
Don't they
around their
need
neck.
that blood in their brain to be smart to like run
You
and
don't
play?
need to be smart to play.
Nah.
I'm just
like,
kidding. No,
remember
you
the
need to be
moves, eh?
actually pretty intelligent.
They have these other things called, I forgot what they're called, but they're like bubble helmets that they wear on top of their regular helmets, so it looks like they have gigantic.
But don't they
heads.
look so stupid then, and everyone
everyone
makes
They
fun
look
of them?
really
Yeah.
stupid, but
and they
that's
look
just to
dumber than all the
wear.
other ones.
That's just to wear during practice. During the preseason, they did
Okay.
it for. They did a study where they wore them for like 3 or 4 weeks or something like that, and it did wind up
I wanna see
decreasing the
this.
amount of preseason concussions by something like 90%.
Jesus, but
Yeah,
why?
so-
Why wouldn't they have them all the time then?
Because it looks
they look like
really
pussies?
stupid. It
Yeah,
looks
they look like
really.
little
Their
bitches.
heads are like 5 times the size. They're
They
wearing
should-
like balloon heads. They're like Thanksgiving Day parade floats
Okay,
running around.
should
Or you
make
know,
them
like
get bigger
at a baseball
slowly.
game where they have like the guy wearing the costume and then he's like running down the
Yes.
field and it's like flopping back and forth. That's like
It
what
looks
all
like
the football
okay.
players
So
look
it would
like.
it would make it harder to play.
Well, and harder to play because they'd be so ashamed of how they look.
See, if it's just aesthetics, that's really
pride.
stupid, and then they should have that. But that's okay. What
I
is
think they're
with
trying
all
to
the?
figure out how to apply that
I
to the
don't
regular
understand a
helmet.
lot of football. Like, why do they all have those little towels hanging off their backs?
Oh yeah, because if they're playing capture the flag or something.
Yeah,
maybe?
no. Wait, no. These are this is NFL. They have all have
I know
little
that's what I
towels
think.
hanging
Like
off their
if you
butts.
pull it, then you're a little naughty. And you get in trouble.
Yeah, what? Okay,
I'm pretty sure that quarterbacks have towels to wipe
They
off their
all
hands
have
if they're
their
wet or
towels.
A
sweaty
lot of them have a flapper.
and
for
then
better grip.
why do none of the football players do that hot thing that they all did in the 90s where their torso was exposed,
Oh,
which I had never even
baby.
understood.
Yeah.
Like,
That
why
was
is everything
hot.
else so padded and yet that like little sliver of stomach is just like they have like crop tops on? Why aren't they doing crop tops anymore?
Do you see that? That's
Oh
what
my
the-
god, that's
that's not that big, but it does look.
But
stupid.
if everyone wore it, it would look cool.
it looks like a corn head.
Okay, we have
They
to
would
go.
look like little cartoons.
All right, why is no one wearing the crop top anymore? Brian, I asked Chris
that I have
this.
no idea.
He
I
said
mean,
it
the
just went
crop
out of
top-
fashion. But
went
that
out
was
of
such a
fashion.
hot look. For some reason, that really
It
turned me
was.
on.
Me too.
They still show off some of their calves sometimes. Some guys show off
Give a
some
shit about a
calves.
calf. I
No.
want to see that. I want to see that hot fucking
Yeah.
toned stomach with that big all the padding above it, and it crops off, and then you just see a sliver of their fucking tight stomach.
Yes.
Just
Like a
for
little
stat
mushroom.
correction,
I think I'm
they're
gay.
they're called Guardian caps. They were worn during the preseason, and they decreased concussions by 52%, not 90%. So
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm glad that
look how big.
you guys have to go into YouTube and see. That is so ridiculous. That
It looks like a mushroom character.
He looks like
from
he's dressed like
Mario.
a microphone, like a little child who's like, I'm a microphone for Halloween. All right.
But it
I would
works.
rather everyone die of concussions than
Just
look
go
like
ahead
that.
and die. Everybody die
And
now.
I honestly think that I would like them to all wear that because I think men would stop thinking it's such a cool sport because
Yeah.
it looks so
People
nerdy.
would just totally switch to baseball.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got to go. Thank you for listening to the show today. We'll be back tomorrow. Come see me. I'm doing my special taping in Seattle. So many besties are going. I want you there too. 2 shows. The late show is the one to get tickets to now. The first show is pretty full right now, 9:30 in Seattle on December 16th. I'll be in Spokane December 14th. I'll be in Brea with Brian Frangie the weekend before that. In California, and then this weekend coming up, I am in Toronto at Rama at the casino. I am in Munhall, Pennsylvania, and Pittsburgh, and then I am in Detroit on Saturday night. So I'll see you this weekend. Don't be cut and
Guardian cap.
what? Oh, because the Guardian? No, just do it.